Hey, it's been a while since I've posted a video. I haven't really been keeping up with my account or keeping track of how many videos I've been posting or when I've been posting them. Kind of got sidetracked, but I feel like God has laid something on my heart, and I feel like I need to tell people about this experience. So, like the title says, I had a dream about going to hell. And actually, before I get into this video, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Um, I am 19 years old. I've been a Christian since I was about maybe 5 or 6 years old, so about 13 to 14 years. Um, I was raised in a Christian home, and when I was younger, I was kind of just like, yeah, I believe in God, I believe. Kind of just went to church because my parents told me to. I was a kid, didn't really understand what it meant to be a believer. And then I thought to myself, I want to be stronger in my faith. I want to actually, believe in God and like, know what it means and understand. So I prayed to God for him to do that to me. And he did. I've noticed that my faith has been getting stronger and he has been talking to me. Because sometimes people say that God talks to them and sometimes I don't feel like he does to me. Others may say, oh, sometimes God may talk to you and you may not realize he's talking to you. So, a little background story of myself. When I was in high school, didn't really fit in. Got picked on a lot for being different. You know, didn't drink, didn't smoke, you know, didn't have sex, so wasn't doing any of those things. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I have, I did, with curiosity, I was curious with alcohol, but I'm not doing that anymore. I've changed. You know, so, you know, I wanted to have a stronger faith in God because I am a child of God. I am God's daughter, and nobody can change that. And I had this dream a couple months ago. I came back from church and I came home and I was tired and I wanted to take a nap because I wake up at 7 in the morning for church. So I came home, went to bed, took a nap. And I was dreaming and I dreamt something before I had this moment, but I didn't remember what I was dreaming before. So anyways, in my dream, I remember that I was in this tunnel. It was kind of like a rocky tunnel, if I can explain it. Except when I say it was a tunnel, it was as if the tunnel was like kind of like this, and I was standing in the middle of it. And everything was kind of like red and black. And somebody was with me. I didn't see the person's face or recognize the person's face, but somebody was with me. And for some reason, I instantly knew where I was. I knew where I was, and the person didn't have to tell me. So then I looked down below me at the end of the tunnel, and there's this, like this trap door. And, the trap door opened, and I looked inside the trap door, and I saw that there were people in there, like a lot of people, like to the point where it was overflowing to where, you couldn't even fit. Like I saw like the top of people's heads, if that makes any sense. Sorry if I'm being confusing, but I'm trying to explain this as best as I could. So then the person who was with me, they said to me, they told me, they're like, we're going down there. And I thought to myself, wait, what? I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I live for him. Why am I going down there? But at the same time, I wasn't scared. But the person who was with me, we were going down the tunnel, and it was getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And then as we were about to go in, the person said, there's too many people down there. So we rose back up, and then I woke up. So yeah, it wasn't that very long of a dream, but I did think it was crazy that I had that experience. So next Sunday, I told my pastor about this dream. And, he told me, it means you need to, share your faith, tell people about the gospel of Jesus Christ. And there's another YouTuber on here, her name is Jackie, Daughter of the King. I'll put the link to her channel below in the description. And I told her about this dream. And she said, that means we need to work harder on telling people about God. Because to be honest, it seems like in today's world, people just don't believe in God anymore. Now, not everybody's like that. I know there are still some believers out there, but it just seems like a lot of people just don't care. At least the people that I've been around. Um, it just seems like people just live their lives for themselves. Some people just are kind of like, oh, I don't know if God's real. I kind of just live my life. Some people don't care. Some people say they don't have time to believe in God, which doesn't make sense to me. How do you not have time to praise the man that gave you life? Some people are just like, whatever, I guess, kind of just live their lives, don't really think about it. And there's other people out there who don't believe, who feel like science makes more sense. Now, this video isn't meant to, like, disrespect anybody else's beliefs, because if you want to believe that science makes more sense, that's your choice and that's up to you. But I've noticed that, or there are some people out there who say they are Christians, but from the way that they live their lives, you would have never guessed. And of course, I'm not trying to justify myself as perfect, because nobody's perfect. Only Jesus Christ is. But, you know, as the Bible does say, being a Christian is not easy. Being a Christian doesn't give you a free pass. Because like I said, I did get mocked a lot for being a Christian. My beliefs and my values, people didn't understand them because they had a different perspective. A lot of people were narrow-minded. And some days I ask myself, why? Like everybody does, why me? Sometimes I feel like being a Christian, I've missed out on opportunities. Like, honestly, like looking back on it, it was very dumb. But in the moment, I was upset. Like, I felt like being a Christian made me miss out on, like, fitting in and having a bunch of friends. I had a guy tell me that he couldn't date me because I was a Christian. Had a guy tell me, oh, in order to get a guy to give you a chance, you have to give up these morals and beliefs, like do something that I don't feel is correct, which is not right. And some days I ask myself, how would my life be if I wasn't a Christian? And I know that's a horrible way to think, because I want to serve Jesus in the kingdom of heaven, and I want to be with perfection. And it just seemed like non-believers kind of had it easy. It just seemed like their life was so easy. But that's the life we have on this earth is only temporary compared to what's coming for us for eternity. And I always have to remind myself that whenever I get down in the dumps. And what I've learned about myself is that I would rather I would rather go through a whole bunch of circumstances and have the courage to say, hey, I made it, I'm here, I made it on top, I've accomplished all these things, than to give in and take the easy way out easy way out and be like everybody else. And I do sometimes tend to focus more on earthly things. Like, guys, clothes, perfumes, shoes, hair, and, school and stuff. We all tend to do that. Like I said, I have to remind myself all of these things are nothing compared to what's to come. And I'm here to let you guys know that a lot of people don't believe this place is real. And I'm not going to lie, some days I've had doubts. But then the Lord always reminds me, hey, Armita, I'm still here. Whether it's through friends or family members. I remember there was one time I was very scared and nervous, and then my friends were telling me, it's okay, God's here. People were giving me Bible verses, people were speaking to me, so that was God's way of sending prophets to come and talk to me. But, like I said, it wasn't a very long dream. It was actually very quick. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And I know there's more people out there who are in my position who are afraid of being different. But Christ made us perfect in his eyes. And, there's a Bible verse, 1 Peter 4:3-4, about how, people will make fun of you for being different, for not joining them. Those people don't realize what's to come. So please, if you ever feel like giving up your faith, or you feel like giving up or just living for yourself, I urge you to please don't give that up. Don't stop believing, because the moment you stop believing, that's when your time may come. Because like they say, we don't know when we're going to die, which is true. Because you could believe your entire life, you could stop believing for 2 minutes, and your life can be gone like that. And it's just like, if you had held on a little bit longer, if you kept pushing yourself, you would have been okay. Some people want to accept Christ later on, which doesn't make sense either, because why accept him later on when you can accept him now? But I feel like God is using me, and I want him to. I want him to keep doing great things with me. And I urge everyone to not believe the lies. Don't believe them. Because in the moment now, these earthly things seem so great. But then you'll realize how foolish they are. Because you don't realize how good our God is and what he has in store for us. Thank you.